Are you struggling to use CSS variables with fallbacks for older browsers? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to achieve this using SCSS. And trust me, it's easier than it sounds. I totally get it. Trying to understand advanced SAS concepts can feel overwhelming, especially when you come across articles that assume you already know everything. But don't worry, we're going to break it down together. Here's the specific question we're addressing. One user asked how to use SCSS to create CSS variables with a fallback for older browsers. They provided some code snippets and expressed frustration about missing fallbacks. Sound familiar? Let's tackle this together. So what's the issue here? CSS variables are fantastic, but older browsers don't support them. This means we need a way to provide a fallback value. We'll walk through how to set this up using SCSS, step by step. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of how to implement this, plus a handy tip that will make your life easier. To achieve CSS variables with a fallback for older browsers, the user should start by defining their color palette using a map in SCSS. This allows for easy management of colors throughout the project. Next, the user needs to create CSS variables in the root selector. This is done by iterating over the color map and defining each variable using the SCSS each loop. Now, the user should create a mixin for setting the background color. This mixin will use the CSS variable for modern browsers while providing a fallback for older ones. Finally, the user can apply the mixin to their body element. This will ensure that the fallback color is used in older browsers, while modern browsers will utilize the CSS variable. Fun fact, CSS variables are sometimes called custom properties. They allow for dynamic styling, which is pretty cool. But remember, not all browsers support them yet. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user explains that the fallback issue arises because the current mixin only generates one background property. SAS can't determine if CSS variables are supported in the browser, so we need to explicitly add the fallback. They suggest using the map function to retrieve the color value directly. Additionally, the user offers a conditional approach. You can control whether to show the fallback by adding a second parameter to the mixin. This allows for more flexibility in your SCSS. Here's a pro tip. Always test your styles in different browsers to ensure compatibility. This will save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You now know how to use SCSS to create CSS variables with fallbacks for older browsers. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.